Well, welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Queen. This is the Queen, and this is the Free Texas Campaign Voices from Behind the Wall. I have another amazing guest. Yes, I said amazing, and I'm going to keep on saying amazing because an individual makes a mistake does not disclassify them as an amazing person. They are amazing because guess what? A lot of them have realized their mistakes and are trying to do something about their mistakes. This young man has been on my show before, got an opportunity to bring him back. So, with that being said, I want you to introduce yourself again to the audience. Let them know who you are.
Greetings, everybody. My name is Andrew Lee Beer. My TDC number is 1263212. I've been incarcerated for about 20 years. Coming up this October to be 20 years specific. In 2012, I converted my life over to Christ. Now I live for Christ. Just trying to do better and be better. I do want to thank you guys for listening to me on this platform. To be able to speak positivity and hope and all those good things about change, and it says something about you guys. And I just want to thank you for that. The Bible said that my people perish for lack of knowledge. That's something to think about. You look at the news, you see so many stories full of people hurting. You see deception, you see violence. Those mass shootings, they actually are so common nowadays. The potential for war, it seems like it's just a normal thing. Lack of understanding. When you don't understand something, things can be misunderstood. There's this quote by President Abraham Lincoln. He says, I don't like that man. I was getting to know him better. I always like the quote because he specifically went out of his way with this approach. And he wanted to change something about how he perceives somebody. Then we got to approach our misunderstandings by thinking differently, by seeing differently, by listening differently. This is author, his name is called Mortimer Adler. And when you look up his work, he's got two books in specific that I checked out. And one is How to Speak Properly. The other one is How to Listen. I know everybody's like, man, I already know how to listen. I listen all the time. Everybody listens. One thing I did learn in this place is if you listen differently, you start to speak differently. That's a self-reflective question. That's a self-reflective proposition. When I'm trying to hear, and when I'm trying to say, when I'm trying to listen to, you really got to start paying attention to those things. You see, I listened all the time. Before prison, oh man, I listened to everything everybody said all the time. Nah, not really. Be honest with you, I heard everybody, but I didn't listen. Now I'm in this place called prison. See, prison is a place of punishment. It's where we took it away from society so that we may pay for our actual crimes. Are you guys listening? Every day for us, it's redundant. It's the same thing over and over. It's repetitive. You get bored. Our existence seems to be mundane. It's routine. It's the same old. And then there's some chaos in there. But then eventually it gets right back to the same old. There's this book in the Bible called Ecclesiastes, and I love it because it talks about the vanities. Vanity, all this vanity. In there he said, there is nothing new under the sun. I love chapter 3 though. Chapter 3, it talks about, it says, to everything, there is a season and a time. To every purpose under heaven. In 3:7 it says there's a time to rinse, a time to sow, a time to be silent, and a time to speak. Now if you're listening, there's this little silence that's in there. That silence is supposed to be speak. I believe that's for time listening. You see, so many problems in our world, they happen because no one's listening. When you actually go to therapy or counseling or some type of psychologist or shrink with you, man, what they do is they teach you how to listen. Matter of fact, they're listening the whole time and they're trying to help you identify a problem and then work toward the solution. As I said earlier, prison is like Groundhog's Day. You know, there's subtle differences and shifts in policies or rules of the staff or the inmate, but really pretty much everything every day is pretty much the same. And here you got to find something that's going to hold your attention. Me personally, I chose something positive. I chose light in life. I chose Christ. Well, actually, he chose me a long time ago. But I finally listened to him. I'm still listening to him as he defines my purpose every day. I made a grand choice to listen. When I did realized that I was not listening in the first place. I never did listen to people. I heard people. I heard them. I reacted after I heard them. But I didn't have time to listen to myself. I didn't have time to listen to that inner voice. You see, as I speak right now, oxygen is pulled in through my nose, tail to my lungs, until it travels up my esophagus. And then it goes to my larynx, right there to my vocal cords, to my mouth, my tongue, to my lips, which form my embouchure. This embouchure helps me manipulate words. Vibration, this goes into utterance of coherent and hopefully cohesive sound. That sound is to be interpreted. But it isn't until the ear, actually grabs hold of this sound. Those empty pieces of flesh that are around our head, that sound, and then goes to the brain processing. This is how we actually hear. To hear is to perceive or apprehend. That is the process, that is the function of perceiving sound, specifically for the special sense by which noises and tone are received as stimuli. You guys ever seen Charlie Brown? I used to watch Charlie Brown as a kid. You see him talking with his friends, and they talk to each other, and they understand each other. You can hear every word clear. But then an adult comes around, and you hear wah, 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 wah. It's like they can't even hear the adults. Weird, huh? But people around us right now that we should be listening to, but all we're hearing is wah, 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 wah. You know, babies, when you watch them play with each other, they got their own little language. They can understand each other. But to us, it sounds like gibberish. It is their mothers that truly listen. You see, to listen is to pay attention to sound. You hear something with thoughtful attention. Are you guys listening?
Mm-hmm.
See, mothers have this uncanny ability to actually listen to their children. This helps them to provide whatever they need and whatever they want. It helps them protect their children. It helps them nurture their children. It helps them stay away from danger. To listen is to pay attention to sound. To hear something with thought. In your everyday life, as a positive person, as a Christian person, as an upstanding citizen, do you actually listen to those around you? I'm sure that I am responsible for my crimes, but when you look back, in retrospect, what if somebody had actually listened to me? What if I had actually listened to someone else? I think to myself, how many people try to tell me something I just didn't listen? I wonder, is there a person right now that you can help by simply just listening to? How many lives do you think you could save by just simply listening to someone? You know, when parents actually listen to their children, it's like they got this otherworld ability. It's like they're invincible. They know exactly what their child is about to do. Mom, it was like she knew the moment I thought about doing something bad, and she would call my name out. Oh, she would say my full name. Angeline Beard! I knew right then, when she called me by my full name, I knew that she didn't just want to be heard, but she wanted me to listen. There was an incident when I was younger, and I remember I was going to get into a fist fight with another guy. But before it even got there, my mother, somehow she knew. She listened to me. She listened to what I wasn't saying, because I wasn't even talking at that time, but she listened to me. And she knew exactly how to protect and nurture her baby. My psychology course, they talk about the superstars. I'm not going to name any guys' names or anything, because you'll probably figure it out anyway. But a lot of the superstars, we see that they have issues. They're on a platform where we visit what's going on with them in their lives. Sometimes they lash out. Sometimes they have an episode, and you see it on TNT. Again, I ain't going to name them. But when you listen to these superstars, you can hear what's going on in their lives by what's reflected in their music. You hear it. And when you hear it, when you actually pay attention, when you actually listen to them, you can see that they're falling apart. Now, this particular star I'm talking about, he got the help he needed. He even linked up with another person who was very much supportive of him. And he has a platform that he is able to be heard. People actually listen to him. How many people have you failed to listen to? You see the mass shootings on the news, and then later down the line, you see the trial, and you see the assailant in court, and that assailant is just looking at the camera. However he's looking at the camera, you can see something is not correct. Then when they go back and the officers investigate, there's a whole bunch of context clues that were there to tell you that this event was going to happen. Mass shootings right now, I don't know how many there are, but I stopped counting at the 90. It's been so many. That's just for this year. Then you got to think about those suicides. How many people are actually just taking their life because somebody didn't listen to something that they needed to be said? Sometimes we can see, we can hear in another person's voice, another person's just everyday actions. We can hear about the abuse. We can see it on them. But are you listening? You know, we're not just our own. We belong to a group. Us Christians call it the body of Christ. We're supposed to actually look out for each other. We're actually supposed to listen to each other's problems and needs. You might be surprised when you're actually entertaining. In Matthew 25, verse 36, I got to read this to you guys. You fed me. When I was thirsty, you gave me drink. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. When I was naked, you clothed me. When I was sick, you visited me. When I was in prison, you came to me. Guys, we got to start listening to each other. Not just for talking purposes, but to actually be heard. To actually say something with consideration. Listen to one another in love. You probably can learn something. Probably can help somebody. I'm going to leave you guys with this last little quote right here. That if you listen without premature judgment, people will generally tell you something that they are thinking without any deceit. Whatever they tell you, it might actually help you save somebody's life. I thank you guys.
I thank you for stopping by again and sharing with us. Like always, you always share something encouraging. I thank you for being such an encouraging spirit, and you just continue to stay upbeat and to continue to stay strong. How I know you say you found Christ, and I know that is your strength. But how 20 years? What would you like to say to the state of Texas, because there needs to be change? And I just what message can you give to them to help bring about the change that you guys need in TDCJ?
Okay. So while I've been in this place, it's really hard to find. It's really hard to find something that was actually just positive. I mean, there were a lot of individuals that were positive, but they had something else going on, and I didn't want to really get involved with that. There was no actual platforms or anything that was positive, and so I had to go inside myself. I knew that I wanted to change, and so I went inside myself. And that inner voice, that Christ-like voice, that Holy Spirit was there, and it started guiding me to start taking some of the classes, start seeing some of these volunteers that come up here. It started making me want to check out hope. I started rehabilitating myself. One thing that Texas lacks is an actual rehabilitation. They put classes out there, but dudes to go to the classes just to get the certificates, just to appease someone. But it's not actually going inside their heart. There's nothing there. There's no substance. There's no actual want or need to become better. People just go on mundane, everyday, boring lives. And so, me personally, what I started to do was I started to study stuff. I started to study justice, law. I started to study what was actually morally correct. And from there, I started seeing how he was in my life in the past. And it's kind of hard for a hard-headed person to listen. But once you actually settle down and actually start to listen, oh man, the things that Christ tells you, they're beautiful. They're lined up, and it lines your life up. And so, with that being said, I started going into Catholic classes. They got RCIA, but it was the volunteers in the free world, and I was listening to what they said. And a lady named Claire McCormick, she read that Bible verse to me, Matthew 25, And I was like, wow. And they said, when I was in prison, you came to visit. And this woman would come down here and she would literally spend her money and her time with us. And so it was like, wow, this lady's coming down here doing this, and I'm a criminal. And I started seeing actual compassion of Christ in that movie. I mean, you can watch the movies all you want, the Passion of Christ. You can watch the movie all you want, but if you have a hard heart, if your heart is cold, and you're not trying to open it up, oh my God, you will stay and remain the same. But when I started seeing actual glimpses of compassion, it opened my eyes to something bigger. Earlier, I was talking about listening different. I don't even listen to the music I used to listen to anymore. I can't because it had a certain type of message. And so, me changing the way I listen to things changed how I speak. It changed how I act. And it's all for Christ. I mean, without Christ, you could be stuck. The 20 years, it hasn't been long to me. It's long. I'm not gonna lie, it's long. But it hasn't been long because I've been with Christ and I've been studying and I've been trying to just perfect what He purposed me here for. I like that you say that. Purpose, repurpose, to have a purpose. And I found a portion of my purpose. I know I got to keep going, and I'm going to keep going.
Wow. Well, I definitely thank you, and definitely going to be praying for you. You stay encouraged and keep being a light because there are people that are looking at you. So continue to be that light for that person that may be in the dark right now. So you have a great day.
You too, man.
I want you guys to make sure that you are sharing this broadcast in your circle of influence because you never know who may be in need of what is being shared across this social media platform. So y'all would please share this out, share this out. I tell you, I truly have been encouraged yet again by these amazing individuals. And I'm going to keep calling them amazing because guess what? You have the power in your tongue. Proverbs 18 and 21 said, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So if you continue to speak amazing, they will be amazing, even if they're not amazing. So how about that? And I'm going to leave y'all with that. I love you guys. I thank you for supporting me across all of my platforms, not just this one, but all of my platforms. I truly, truly thank you. And I love you guys. And guess what? There's not one single thing you can do about it. See you guys next time.